My name is Misconception. I'll be your host this evening. And we got DJ Sequence over here. If you could please give her a gracious round of applause. She's going to be holding down the decks all night. So if you decide that you want some music with your piece, if you want to rap or whatever, then you can talk to her. I've also got a drum if you want a little like poetry style. We can do that too. Mickey Caesar, are you in the house? Alright. Put your hands together for Mickey Caesar. Pretty epic himself. And we only get him for like 6 more months and then he's moving. So enjoy it while you can.
Cooperate. Science and technology. Alright. Hello. Alright. Well, welcome back to Kansas. I'm from Lancashire. You think I kid? Alright. I'm going to read a poem called Last Summer, which I read last month, right after a basketball game, so nobody heard it. Here's where I do a dance, do a dance, do a dance. Alright. Now this is very serious. Last summer, in a sacred field, under a full moon, summer solstice, the works, 6 feet down in fresh earth, I planted a college girl. I buried her in breathless anticipation of the coming spring when, God willing, I could pick from my college girl tree. On this, one bough might be blonder, right below a smarter sprig, while this other one might have peach fuzz, and I could watch them ripen from Powerpuff Girls to dark-haired, stylish brunettes obsessed with existentialists, just ready to be plucked. But soon, I'll have to guard them from marauding hordes of hairy-fisted boys who would just chew them and toss them to the ground unloved. Indeed, last summer, in a sacred field, I planted a college girl. This is called Triggers. So, world, this is what happened. I had a decade been planting landmines. Not all at once, but one at a time. With some, I would drink whiskey and intentionally lose track of their location, and others, not quite as often, deeply inter and mark with police tape a sign that said, "Beware of the leopard." Each day, my steps would be tenuous, my path more circuitous, but still, I walked. And that is why this last landmine, which I inscribed with the Chinese ideogram for happy, must be placed just underneath my feet. And now I am paralyzed. Any further questions for me? Yeah. Not funny, sorry. But thank you anyway. I'm in therapy. I know that will just like really shock all of you. This poem is called "The Receptionist Lied When She Said 3 o'clock Thursday." Wait, sink into the plush silence, interspiced by whispered interrogations and assurances from well-dressed receptionists. The usual artwork and warnings linger on the walls. Natasha, uncharmed, worries the hem of her skirt. The doctor is running late. Haley has just arrived and taken a seat just in your line of sight, and you cannot look away. She sits in quiet proximity. No one breathes when Teresa, without fanfare, rips a page from Simple Home and Garden magazine and pockets it. Natasha has been called in. You slip deep into cushions, wonder if you might reconstruct the missing page from context. What was she thinking? Your left ankle itches, and you wish for the girl with the purple and white scarf to arrive, but the door opening only brings Daniel with his twitchy fingers, and you wonder, who wonders, which of you dreams of grenades, and you wait. I will inflict just one more poem on you guys, then you can go back to your real lives that make sense. I just have to. Speaking of being in therapy, I'm really a nice guy and very quiet most of the time. This is called Capricorn Session 1. And it's in my upcoming book, which will be released by Spartan Press at the end of the month. Yes. Spartan Press also released Mark Hennessy's book earlier this year. Doctor, I am just so many different things these days. I am a series of slammed doors. I am continually guessed at. And the most beautiful things, soft and fragrant, conjure me confusedly. I am sick of being at their mercy, doctor. Their needles sting. Each day I awake naked, but as soon as I move, I am smothered by unfamiliar names. Songbirds mock me continually. But if I had any talent for music, I would undoubtedly compose a symphony of snapping sinew and broken bones. This woman proposed I soak myself in juice and weed water, wash my eyes with salt and clay from the banks of the Wakarusa River, avoid Capricorns and American cigarettes. But she kissed me with garlic and monosyllables, but then I ached even worse than before, doctor. And every time she tries to help, I hear another slamming door. And I think the problem might be I just keep thinking, even when her needles go in and I try on those words of hers, but I still hear those small snappings with every goddamn step I take, and everywhere I go, people butcher my name. Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much, Mickey Caesar. You gotta let us know how that college girl bush turns out, alright? I think there's a couple people who might take you up on that. My name is Miss Conception. I'll be your host this evening. And we got DJ Sequence over here. If you could please give her a gracious round of applause. She's gonna be holding down the decks all night. So if you decide you want some music with your piece,